Oh, honey, honey, you're so sweet. It skips when I speak. I know I should leave you alone, but I can't help but pick up the phone. Oh, won't you be my sugar baby? I'll treat you real fine. Let's walk under the stars tonight, if only you were mine. And all day long I think of you. What else am I supposed to do? It might be wrong, it might be true, but I'm over the moon with you. Okay, how do you stop this?
Honey, honey, you're so sweet. My heart skips when our eyes meet. I know I should leave you alone. I can't help but pick up the phone.
Hey everybody, this is Pete with another video in my series of 30 plus that I'm making to promote this album, Silhouette, Dafni's songs performed by her friends, an album I co-produced with Alfonso Rodenas in tribute to my late wife, Dafni, who passed away in 2016, was a singer-songwriter in the Americana music scene. Today's video concerns Ted Wulfers and his version of Dafni's song Honey Honey. But first I am standing outside what is now the woods but used to be the Lava Lounge, and this is where Dafni had her CD release party for this album, Red, with my pretty cracked cover by now. An album that she released in 2004. I think it was around about May 2004, if my memory serves me correctly. And she had her CD release party here at the Lava Lounge, a bar that was kind of like a tiki bar in Hollywood. It's on La Brea Avenue, and she played here not too many times. In fact, maybe when she did the CD release show, that might have been the first time she ever played here. I know we had recorded the album Red at home. She was playing some gigs at the time at as part of a singer-songwriter kind of, I don't know, collective under the name of the Acoustic Playhouse, and they performed, there were different shows in different venues around Los Angeles, and she would play that show from time to time. And I know one of their venues was the Mint on Pico, and we really liked that venue. It's kind of beautiful. It's got that old kind of nightclubby feel with the little tables and the stage and the curtains and stuff. And she wanted to have her CD release party there, but I think they just closed down, suddenly closed down around that time, May 2004. Maybe someone can confirm that in the comments. So she was like, had to hurry to find a place because we'd already, you know, booked the day and we had the CDs coming, and she just wanted to put on that show, and I think she just called the Lava Lounge, and they were very enthusiastic because it was going to be a CD release party. I think they knew that, you know, people will come and they will drink, and that'll be, you know, probably one of more, you know, they're very welcoming for people who want to do CD release shows. So yeah, Dafni played here. I don't remember much about that evening. I remember she had a decent turnout, maybe like 30 people or so came, and we're very happy to finally get an actual album out. The Red album is, in retrospect, I would say it was a necessary album to make. I think I might have said that in one of the other videos. We recorded it ourselves. We had limited knowledge about how to record and how to mix, and you know, all the different stages of making a record. I think it was a step up for Dafni from, well, her previous record that she had was the Dreamland demo, which was just vocal and guitar, and I think with this record the songs got better. She'd been playing with Stay at Home, the songs have been developed over years of playing them in clubs, and even though we didn't record it, or recorded it well, I don't think we mixed it well. I think the album has some good songs. And in the hands of someone, you know, with better skills at mixing, I think it would have been a better product. I kind of, when I listen to it now, I just, all I hear are the things that we did wrong on it, and things that I wish we had fixed. But at the time, you maybe you're not aware of them as much as in hindsight.
You are around, you can't control me, you can't control me, you can't control me anymore. I'll try to write it down tonight, I'll make myself a note. Nothing you can say will change my mind. Please look at me, I know you have it, and instantly try to find my place in line. My friends, they're all running fast, and I'm walking behind. Trying desperately each day, trying to turn off my feelings, and I'm working very hard at trying to love somebody new. His accountant has figured out a way for him to pay no tax, and he will give a large donation to his favorite congressman, his way of giving back. Here it comes, Mr. America, pledge allegiance to the flag. I will remember you when I'm living in my castle. All these voices are leading me astray, trying to frighten me from calling out my own name. The final road must be crossed. Please hold on a little longer. Hope might find you someday. Will he have a future? Will he know his children? Could he take a picture and get them all a fit? He was shaking his seat, riding through the street in a silver top to adore. I came into town to see you, but I heard you weren't there. Darling, you don't know who you're dealing with. You don't know who I am. You'll never make me cry.
One thing I forgot to mention is that Brian Robbins, Dafni's guitar teacher, he mastered the album, and I think he did a good job, but I didn't give him much to work with, because when I remember when I gave him the files, they were mixed so hot that they were like, all the levels were like so high that there wasn't much he could do to play around sonically and make the songs sound, you know, coherent, consistent, and better. And I had to go home and quickly mix everything again in like one afternoon, and I probably didn't do such a good job of getting all the levels right again. But when I listen to it, I always think, oh, that actually sounds not so bad. It's kind of, I have a negative feeling in the back of my mind about this album, and when I actually listen to some of the songs, I think it's not as bad as I seem to recall. yeah, after this album, Dafni assembled a band to do the follow-up album, and through that we met Jeb Lipson, and she recorded in his studio Big Scary Tree downtown LA in the Arts District for her next album, and she assembled a band for that. And we had been thinking of recording at home again, but Jeb convinced us to record in the studio, and I think it was a good move. And that album was another step up. So each step along the way, Dafni's records are getting better and better. And this is just, yeah, I think it was a necessary step. She'd been playing in Stay at Home. Stay at Home had a certain sound. They'd recorded an EP, and this record was just some of the songs that Stay at Home wasn't playing anymore. That's how I kind of recall it. And it was supposed to be a separate album, and we recorded the album with like different arrangements from the way that Stay at Home songs were played. Stay at Home was quite a rock band. So this record was kind of more gentle and no drums, for instance, or little bass and piano on some songs, and acoustic guitar mostly. All acoustic guitar. Yeah, I don't think there's any electric guitar. So it was supposed to be a standalone record that, if Stay at Home was a successful band, this would just be a little thing that, here are some other songs by Dafni that the band doesn't play, or used to play but doesn't play anymore. I think, yeah, as I said, it's an album that I thought it was the best we could do at the time. How about that? That's what I'll say. There's one song in here, Paul Kelly's song "To Her Door," which Paul Kelly's an Australian singer-songwriter, and I had been trying to teach myself how to play the guitar, and I read somewhere that Paul Kelly's songs are very easy to learn, and so I was learning it on the guitar, and Dafni heard me singing it, and from my version, which was terrible, even to this day my guitar playing is awful, she learned the song. She'd never heard the original, and she came up with her own kind of version of the song just based on the way I'd been singing it, and from the sheet music that she got. And we actually met Paul Kelly, and Dafni gave her a burned CD with her version of "To Her Door" on there, but I'm sure he just threw it away. He came to LA every few years, and just around the time we were recording the Red album, he was in town. Okay, those are my recollections of those days. A little bit fuzzy. Let's see. Ted Wulfers sings "Honey, Honey" on the Dafni tribute album Silhouette. Ted is a guy that it seemed like I met him years ago, and I've known him for a long time, but I don't really know him. He's not really someone that we saw play all that often. I would bump into him, I'd know who he was. Occasionally he'd pop into a show when there was a singer-songwriter night, or the Christmas shows, or I'd see him at Bliss's party or something like that. Always knew him, but didn't really know his music all that well. I'm happy he plays on this record, though. He's a kind of, he's a very nice guy. Intelligent, very talented, multi-instrumentalist. On this record, for his version of "Honey, Honey" on the tribute album, he plays all the instruments. He plays drums, bass, I think ukulele, electric guitar. Is there something else I'm missing? There probably is. I remember that when we recorded the song, it was at Alfonso. It was the first day we did recording in Malibu, when Danny Magoo and Sarah Kramer and Mark Nemetz recorded that day, and Ted recorded that day too. I think after Danny. I seem to recall that I went out and did my interview with Danny, if you go back to his video, which was like, what, 4th or something in this series. During the time that I was interviewing Danny, Ted had already recorded drums and I don't know, piano or whatever, and I think I came in and he was doing the ukulele or electric guitar overdubs, and the song was already like 3/4 finished, so I don't have a lot of footage of him recording, I don't think. And it's just, it's amazing, some people, the level of talent that they have. Honey, Honey is a song that appears on Dafni's album Charlie's Lonely Sunday, and it's just a sweet song about pining for someone who probably, it's just a fantasy that you will ever even get to meet them, or that they would even know your name. It's just a delightful little, charming little song, and Dafni sang it quite a lot with her band, and I think it was quite a popular one, stage song. And I know I have a little snippet that I'm going to put in this video of Dafni performing the song Drunk. Did I just say performing the song Drunk in our apartment? I don't know why we recorded it, but it's so charming, and it just shows this side of Dafni's personality that I'm so familiar with. Anyway, yes. Ted's performance is wonderful. I'm happy he plays on the album. He's a very nice guy, very intelligent and good-humoured Midwesterner, and I think he and Dafni. I remember, one other thing I remember about Ted is that we bought some microphones off him. So a lot of the home recordings we did in the later days. Well, I don't know when we bought the microphones, 2010 or something. We did a lot of home recording with these microphones. There were some good microphones in there. Some that were a little iffy, but we got like a selection of like 10 microphones or something, and a couple of them were like really good, sounded really good with Dafni's voice, and we recorded a lot of our stuff, home recordings at home. Maybe even that Gloomy Day video might have been recorded with some of Ted's microphones. I'd have to go back and watch the video to see. Anyway, hope you enjoy this video with Ted Wulfers' performance of Dafni's song Honey Honey. Okay, bye.
That way you have plenty of options.
Right on, Mark.
Cool. I first met Dafni through cinema bar shows, and I think it was one of the holiday records or holiday Christmas things where everybody writes a Christmas song, and I had put out a record called What Would Santa Do, and it was either at a cinema bar show or at a Bliss party, one of Bliss's holiday parties that I've been going to for the last, I think, 10 or 11 years, and we just always hit it off. We both have Midwest roots. I'm from Chicago, and she was living just outside of Chicago, southern Wisconsin, for a while. And so my dad and she went to the same college, University of Wisconsin. So we just kind of always caught up about Midwest stuff, and we talk about instruments and microphones and recording and things like that. So.
Okay.
Shall we do it again?
Yeah, let's do one more take.
Do you want to do it with click?
Yeah, drop the click in there. Also, I'm just trying to think about maybe I might just lay out on those on the lick parts. So.
All right, ready?
Yep.
There we go. Spot on, man.
Cool.
Very good.
Do you think I should do one more to just?
You got it.
I'd like to, or I mean, I don't know if you have it. You don't have it turned up, probably. Where it goes, probably like a minute 30 into the song, where there's a little change. I just want to hit that better. Cool. So let's do one more pass. I think we have that. I think between the last two, you've got it.
I think so, yeah.
I just make sure you find a real nice crisp. So.
Let's go for vocals.
What's that?
Listen to the vocals.
Okay, yeah, let's do it. I have to say, Dafni always blew me away at in the cinema bar shows that I'd seen her. But what really impressed me is we were on the same bill this last December of 2015 at a venue. It's in Santa Monica or Culver City.
Scarlet Lady.
We were at the Scarlet Lady. We were on the same bill at the Scarlet Lady Saloon, and I was just floored by her playlist of songs that night. I just was really amazed by the way she was finger picking, by the way She was phrasing chords with her voice, and I went right up to her and I complimented her about that. And we had this wonderful conversation about music and chord progressions and melodies, and we were joking about banjos, and that was the last conversation she and I had in person. And oh, honey, honey, you're so sweet. My heart skips when our eyes meet. I know I should leave you alone. I can't help but pick up the phone. And all day long I dream of you. I dream of you and me. Is this how it's supposed to be? Or just some fantasy? That's the one I fucked up. All day long.
Yes, I dream of you the first time.
But it's think of you,
Then
that
it's
verse.
think of you. What
all
else
day
am I?
long I think of you. What else am I? That's right. What else am I supposed to do? That's what you're singing, Dafni. Sorry for fucking it up. I really hope it doesn't show, 'cause I'm too shy to let you know. I fancy you, I think you're swell, but these are words I'll never tell. Good. Let's try one more with that one.
Yeah.
And do you think I should get higher at all?
No.
Honey, honey, you're so sweet. My heart skips when I do ask me.
Well, it's up to you if you feel
Or is
forced.
that more like forced Broadway
That
bullshit?
seems a bit forced.
Yeah, cool. I'll
But maybe
stay
if you
low.
want to double up a vocal or something, I don't know.
Nah.
No? Okay.
Ready?
Let's do it.
Bubble.
Won't you be my sugar baby?
Treat you real fine.
Treat you real fine.
Let's walk under the stars tonight if only you were mine.
Got it. Oh, won't you be my sugar baby? I'll treat you real kind. Fine or kind? I think it's fine.
Fine, I think.
Yeah. Oh, won't you be my sugar baby? Treat you real fine. Let's walk under the stars tonight if only you were mine. Oh, yeah, let's try one more of that one. It's fucking key change. It might be wrong, it might be true, but I'm over the moon with you. I think that was cool.
Perfect.
Right after that, she had just posted, I think, a couple of old-time cover songs and on YouTube, and I was just absolutely blown away by her musical ability, her songwriting, her melodic craft. But then when you listen to her records, you know, she had everything that everybody wants in an artist. She was, you know, really poignant, really heartfelt. She was honest. She was whimsical. She was fun. She was adorable. And her songs are extremely catchy. And just, she had a real genius to the way she crafted chord progressions, the way she crafted lyrics, and the way the melodies kind of flowed throughout them. And she always surrounded herself with really great musicians who really brought a lot to her records. And I just think that, you know, all of us who are lucky to hear her albums and hear her music are going to be listening to it for the rest of our lives, and hopefully on and on from there. And the world lost an amazing person, an amazing musician, and just really honored to be a part of this project to celebrate her awesome songs.
Oh, honey, honey, you're so sweet. My heart, it skips when our eyes meet. I know I should leave you alone, but I can't help but pick up the phone. And all day long I dream of you. I dream of you and me. Is this what it's supposed to be, or just some fantasy? I hope it doesn't really show, 'cause I'm too shy to let you know. I fancy you, I think you're swell. These are words I'd never tell. Oh, won't you be my sugar baby? I treat you real fine. supposed to do. It might be wrong, it might be true, but I'm over the moon with you. And all night long I dream of you, I dream of you and me. Is this what it's supposed to be, or just some fantasy? I hope it doesn't really show, 'cause I'm too shy to let you know. I fancy you, I think you're swell, but these are words I'd never tell.
The song I chose, Honey Honey, was, you know, I was going through the list that Pete gave me of songs that were left that hadn't been taken already, and so I was listening to all of these, and I was like, you know, I bet a ukulele arrangement of that song would be really cute. And so, but just what a great song. It has that great chord change in the middle, the key change in the middle, and what else can you say about Dafni? She lit up the room every time she walked in. She was the oxygen in the room. She was always very happy. She was always very heartfelt. And she was extremely talented. And what else can you really want in a person or a friend or a musician?
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
You're very talented.
Thanks for coaching on the words there.
Sounds like a real record, you know? Just put together so quick.
I mean, records are made by talented musicians, you know what it is. Great songs.
My heart skips when I really hope
I'm sorry, are you ready for any more?
Cause I'm too shy to let you know I'm dancing you, I think you'll sweat. These are words I'll never tell. What a great session. Great people come in here, saw a bunch of friends I've played on a million records with over the years, and beautiful setting here in Malibu, California, and you know, went real quick and easy. I like to record quick and easy, and it was really, really awesome. So real treat. Everybody's just in such a good mood and such a good spirit for the cause, and it's good to be a part of this. I think this is going to be a really amazing collection of songs performed by an amazing collection of people, and obviously honoring a really amazing person and singer-songwriter. So her music is amazing, and this is going to be almost as good as her originals. So.
Oh, honey, honey, you're so sweet. My heart is skips when I see. I know I should leave you alone, but I can't help but pick up the phone. And all day long I dream of you. I dream of you and me. Is this what it's supposed to be, or just some fantasy? I hope it doesn't really show, 'cause I'm too shy to let you know. I fancy you, I think you're swell. These are words I've never said.
Let's walk under the stars tonight, if only
I just, you know, her smile and her music, I think, go kind of hand in hand. I unfortunately, you know, wasn't super close with her enough to know her outside of gigging and the music circle, but just the way she was always just smiling. She'd kind of come up at you and had this great grin, and you know, and just that just really lit up the room. And you know, what else can you say about her other than that she just really, she was just one of these, you know, extremely brilliant, extremely bright, a beautiful woman, a beautiful person, and just, you know, a good person to know and a good person to have in your circle of friends and in your life. And she also happened to be an amazing singer-songwriter. And so, you know, there are millions of people in the world, and she's one of the few that will be really powerfully missed. So. Might be wrong, it might be true, but I'm over the moon with
I gotta get the engineer in this movie too.
If I could be the biggest. Oh, we were still wrong.
No, we're still rolling.
If I could be the biggest asshole and just do one more all the way through, now that we did this, just so that there's like one
complete
after the producer's notes.
I think it sounded great though.
Ready?
Let's try it.
Yeah, from the top.
From the top. Honey, honey, you're so sweet. My heart skips when our eyes meet. I know I shouldn't leave you alone. I can't help but pick up the phone. And all day long I dream of you. I dream of you and me. Is this how it's supposed to be? Or just some fantasy? I really hope it doesn't show, 'cause I'm too shy to let you know I fancy you. I think you'll swear that these are words I'll never tell. Oh, won't you be my sugar, baby? I'll treat you real fine. Let's walk under the stars tonight, if only you were mine. And all day long I dream of you. What else am I supposed to do? It might be wrong, it might be true, but I'm over the moon with you. And all night long I dream of you. I dream of you and me. Is this how it's supposed to be? Just some fantasy? I really hope it doesn't show, 'cause I'm too shy to let you know I fancy you. I think you'll swear these are words I'll never tell. Shh. Never gonna tell. Shh.
That was a good take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm happy you guys are happy.
We are happy.